Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, episode 3, the AIME podcast for strategies, stories, and insights to help you close more loans. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathan Haddad.
What's up, brother? Welcome.
Welcome. It's been a week. We're back with more broker buzz from the Brokers Are Best Facebook group. What are people talking about? And we're going to do another sales pitch where John teaches me how to be a better salesman along with everyone else on the podcast, listening to the podcast, and then we will wrap things up with story time with John.
I got a good
story to wrap it all up. I'm excited for it. But first, we got a fortune cookie. We need our fortune for the week.
Oh, by the way, brokers, y'all, the gear is here.
AIME gear is here. AIME, store.aimegroup.com for all your Brokers Are Best gear, and WMN. There's some WMN stuff up there too.
Okay, here we go. I'm on a diet. I can't even eat these fortune cookies right now.
Shame.
I know.
Mail them to me. I'll eat them.
Ooh, here we go. You're taking this one.
Okay.
An opportunity for growth and prosperity is on its way. Lucky numbers 14, 19, 23, 24, 29, 36. An opportunity for growth and prosperity is on its way.
I like the sound of that.
What do you think about it?
Seems like there's an opportunity to grow, and there's things to grow into and ways to move up.
Tell me about your growth over the last couple of years, like taking on the marketing special. How's that been for you?
Well, I've had an interesting career journey. I started real briefly. I was a UI UX designer, and then a front end developer, and then a project manager. And then I worked for an auto parts store for a couple of years during COVID to help my family out. And then got the call to AIME. And they were like, hey, we have a marketing specialist position open. You used to do that kind of stuff. We know you did. Would you be interested? And I said, yes. And here I am. And the amount of things that I've been able to touch at AIME has only increased the longer I've been here, leaving my little footprint where I can and trying to help brokers close more loans, and specifically in the marketing department, because that's what I know the most. I don't know how to write a loan. I don't know how to do any of the mortgage stuff. I know how to ask the right questions, but when it comes to marketing stuff, and that is something that will be coming down the road, I do plan on putting together some how-tos. So stay tuned for that in the future.
I've enjoyed your growth, man. It's been really cool watching you run with ideas too. That's fascinating. You know, as you and I have developed and grown our relationship, it's funny. You want to know the moment that sticks out to me the most with you?
Sure.
Fuse, when you came with me and walked to every single vendor. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I saw you were going, and then because I know you had to go deal with some stuff, and I was like, wait, he's going alone? He shouldn't go alone. He should have someone there.
That meant it was cool. Like, that's a moment because you're right. Because I did have to go deal with some, like, you know, stuff it's just what you have to deal with sometimes with vendors, and rightfully so. They take care of us and we take care of them. Absolutely. But it was really, really fascinating to me watching you just like, no, I'll go. It's like, dude, you're behind the scenes. You sure want to go talk to these people? Like, they might be pissed. You're like, no, good. And that was really cool for me. I was like, he doesn't care at all. Like, he's like, you're like, I'm gonna go meet people.
Well, it's because I care. Because I care.
You don't care about like the potential ramifications, right? You're more caring about AIME and me in that instance. And that to me was like, oh my God, that was just, you know, not something you had to do. Like I was ready to handle it. And you just, can I go? You literally, like, that's how you said it. Can I go?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great. So your growth has been awesome, man. And that's what this one is to me. Like that's why I said I'm gonna pass it to you, because you've just been running like crazy right now. For those that don't know, anything that is live where there's things moving in and out, it's all him behind the scenes every step of the way. So thank you, brother. We appreciate you very much.
Appreciate you back. We got a lot to dive into today. We got the broker buzz, of course, where we're going to be diving into the Brokers Are Best Facebook group, going to be answering the top discussions of the week. And then we're gonna do the sales pitch training and the story time with John. So let's dive right into our first segment with our first question. What are the best grant slash DPA programs for first time homebuyers?
The best ones are the ones where you educate your consumers and they know what they're getting themselves into. This is such a good one because I went down a rabbit hole. So in Michigan, they just launched a first generation down payment product for $25,000. And it just comes with so many things that you have to do and you have to know and understand so you can explain to your consumer. Like the fact that you have to pay it back if you refinance or sell your house. And a lot of these clients don't know that. Why? Because I've done a lot of these loans from this specific company that delivers, from this specific state agency that gives these products. They've been around for a long time. They just came out with a new one for first time generation home buyers. So that'd be me. I'd actually be included as a first generation home buyer. My family was born in the Middle East. I was the firstborn in this country in America. So stop, guys, agents, LOs, don't just sell clients on the house, right? Like, and I know not everybody does. So I know it's a general statement. I know a lot of you are doing the time to do diligence, but you really have to understand these products. And you cannot think to yourself, well, who cares? I'm not going to deal with it after it closes. These are consumers that need to be educated. They don't know a lot to begin with, right? Especially if their families have never owned a house. So they need to know, like, do they have to pay the down payment assistance back? If so, when do they pay it back? Do they have to make monthly payments on the down payment assistance? There are some down payment assistance that are forgivable. For instance, if you make 6 on-time payments. But are we explaining that to the consumers? There are some that stay with you for 10 years. There are some that there are some where you literally can get it forgiven the day you close. The second you sign documents, they forgive it. So look into your lenders, look into the products, and do due diligence for your clients. Matter of fact, it's even easier than ever because you can use ChatGPT. Take the URL link, wherever the guidelines are, put it in there into GPT and say, hey, can you tell me the pros and cons of this product? That's what I do. And it'll literally list it all out for you. And it'll tell you everything. Has to pay it back, has to do this, has to do that. You take it, you format it, you put it in an email, you send it to your client, you call your client, you share a screen, and you walk through everything line by line with them. And you say, hey, I just want to make sure the first thing that this says, we're going to go through the cons first and the pros second, or whatever you want to do. I don't care. Hey, do you understand, Tommy, that with this product, the $25,000 that you are being gifted must be paid back?
I'm being gifted it.
You are up front. It's a down payment assistance product, and they're assisting you with getting into the home. It's 0 interest on this loan, Tommy, as you can see on here. So you're not paying anything on it. But whenever you sell this house, if you plan on selling, or if you refinance this house, that $25,000 will have to be paid back to the state agency. I want to make sure we start there first. Do you understand that first and foremost?
So even if I stay in the house and just refinance it.
And team, this is exactly what the conversation does, is exactly what Tommy does. What happens, though, is LOs don't want to have it because they know the consumer is going to ask questions.
Hesitancy.
To ask me the questions. And I record that call and I tell them I'm recording. Why? CYA, my friends. You're not going to say I didn't do this later. You're not going to, God forbid, put me in a courthouse 5-10 years from now and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs going, I thought they knew the product. John, that's extreme. Fine. Might be extreme for you. I'm a first generation American. Not extreme for me. That's what I want to know when I buy my house. So I'm going to deliver the same thing. That's how I go about it. So just do the same thing. So what are the best ones? The ones that you educate your consumers on. They're great. They're incredible. They help people live the American dream. Let me be very clear. They're amazing products as long as your clients know what's going on. But check out our AIME approved lenders with these products. UWM has a massive list of down payment products. Windsor, EPM, AFR, all of our top lenders, our top sponsors have some sort of access to these products. So please pay attention, take a look, read them, understand them, go through them.
It's funny how so many of these things come down to educate the consumer.
I'm not gonna stop. Consumer, you got to be educated yourself on the product. I cannot tell you how many people I talk to that don't know the guidelines of the certain product. I'm not saying know all guidelines. It's not your job, right? Like understand the basics and just have the right team around you, like we said. But when it comes to talking to a consumer about getting money, yes, understand every single aspect of how it works.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, moving on to our next question. We have, is anyone else having issues with Google reviews? A broker owner had 31 legitimate reviews removed in the last 2 days.
Yes, so this has been a thing with Google that they did address. We lost about 150 ourselves at my company. Google is in the process, if not already. Ours are back. If they're not back already, Google caught it. There was some weird glitch that happened. Also, go into your Google business page and send the right information out to people. There's a bunch of areas in there for you to kind of file the request or the complaint, and they jump into it actually rather quickly. They're really on top of it. I know it's frustrating. I know it's a pain in the butt per se, but they are fixing it. And I don't think there's going to be too many problems moving forward from there. So
cool. Quick answer. Now, moving on to our third question. What do we think of this Sphere LOS announcement by UWM?
It lines up with their business model and what they're doing. At the end of the day, look into what's best for your business. Make sure it makes sense. I see the complaints. I see the people that are positive about it. They had a tremendous amount of registrations. They had well over 1,000 when it comes to registrations. Look, if it makes sense for your book of business, great. Make it make sense. It's free. And if that helps you right now and keeps you, in our broker space and helps you grow and helps you get in front of, consumers and helps you navigate what you need, fine. Wonderful. But, the complaints to me are always a bit weird. It's like companies can do what they want to do. Like it's not, that to me is just always the most fascinating thing is companies can go in the direction that they want to go in. So leverage it. If you're curious, go check it out. Go run it, talk to your AE, see if there's people out there that have used it already. Check in the Facebook group if they have, reach out to them, send them a DM. More than happy. I'm sure they more than happy to talk to you about it. It is a partnership with LendingPad, which I thought was pretty unique. That was cool to me. And it is known that it is LendingPad that initiated it. It's under LendingPad Corporation. If you go look up the business entity that launched all of this. So that was really cool. LendingPad is a huge partner of AIME. And we support the heck out of them, and they've been supporting the heck out of us. So we got nothing but love for LendingPad on our side there. And they're putting themselves in obviously a good position here with whatever they figured out with UWM. So check it out. If you haven't, if it's for your business, great. If it's not, that's okay too.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, if I'm understanding it right, it's just another product that's coming out like any other company. They put out a new product and you can choose to buy it or you can choose not to.
Well, it's so the Sphere is basically all encompassing of they did a CRM, an LOS, a POS, and they tied it all together to give to obviously mortgage brokers right across. And to me, it lines up with some of the stuff that they're doing. For instance, they have Broker X, right? And Broker X is anybody that is not licensed and wants to come get trained. You can send them to this Broker X channel. So it's they're helping get people licensed and helping get people off the ground quickly. So if some of these brokers don't have the money or the means to be setting all their stuff up, I can see them wanting to look at something like this just to get them off the ground, or maybe they use it long term. I don't know. But the idea and the concept to me does make sense when you look at the business and what they're doing and propelling forward with.
Sure. So it's almost, for lack of a better term, it's like a beginner. It could be viewed as a beginner product, like a new LO coming in, just wanting a suite of things to.
So LendingPad is not a beginner product, and I know that it's built on top of it. So I think that the Sphere, the idea, and I don't know, but it's like a sphere, right? All encompassing, it's all here. So I think the idea is to have it as a package. To your point, I think that makes sense as a package.
It's hey, here's your starter kit.
Yep. But I don't think it's for just new LOs.
No.
Anybody, right, that wants to scale. But I think it might be easier if you're, broker X and you're coming through and you're a new LO and you're on your own. A lot of broker companies, you pay your own expenses. Uh, you know, a lot of the biggest ones that we have out there, you get more of the money, but you pay your expenses. So if you have to pay your expenses and you can save some money and not pay those expenses and it's covered for you, I can see that being a very rational thought for somebody that wants to get into our space.
Sure. Cool. Well, those are our discussions of the broker buzz. So we're going to run a quick ad and then we'll be right back with some sales training.
Are you a wholesale mortgage professional? Well, then the very first thing you need is a community to help you and your business grow. With AIME membership, your community is right here. Joining our community means never navigating the market alone or operating without a safety net ever again. We are 16,000 members strong of united wholesale professionals. From rookies to top-ranking originators, all dedicated to supporting each other's success so we can grow together. Beyond entry to the best community in the mortgage industry, AIME membership gives you the resources, tools, guidance, discounts, services, and support that help you and your wholesale business grow, thrive, and most importantly, close more loans. AIME membership connects you with leading wholesale lenders and vendors, offering you exclusive access, services, and discounts that save you more money while helping you make more money. Never get stuck on a loan again with our lender escalation program. Grow your network and skills with the wholesale industry's best conferences and networking events. Get the strategies and skills of top originators and industry innovators with AIME's cutting-edge wholesale mortgage education, resources, and content. AIME offers all of this and more, starting at a low price of $19.99 a month. You heard it here first, couple cups of Starbucks coffee. For you to learn more and get started, all you have to do is visit aimegroup.com, AIME group.com /membership. Your community is